Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is calling for sanctions against Russia's nuclear industry. That's after the shelling of Europe's biggest atomic power station. At least 3 strikes hit power lines at the Zaporizhzhia plant, forcing the closure of one of the reactors. Russia and Ukraine blame each other for the shelling. Russian forces seized control of the station in March, just a week after the invasion, although Ukrainian workers still run it. The United Nations nuclear watchdog is concerned about the safety of the plant, and local residents are living in fear of another Chernobyl.
Russian rockets hit several areas in the Zaporizhzhia region in southeastern Ukraine. This grain hangar has been destroyed.
Our biggest storage unit is ruined, 3,000 square meters. All our sunflower seeds are gone.
Zaporizhzhia is home to Europe's largest nuclear power plant. Russian forces seized control of the power station in March, just a week after the invasion, although Ukrainian workers still run the plant. It's now in the middle of a war zone, and Kiev and Moscow are accusing each other of shelling the facility. At least 3 strikes hit power lines, forcing the closure of one of the reactors. Local residents fear both shelling and a radiation leak.
It's very dangerous. It could be another Chernobyl, or even worse.
It's chaos all around. We want peace and calm. We want people from both sides to stop losing their lives for no reason.
There are 4 active nuclear power plants in Ukraine with a total of 15 reactors. Zaporizhzhia has 6, 3 of which were active until now. Ukraine's president is calling the attacks an act of terror.
This is the largest nuclear station on our continent, and any shelling is an overt, blatant crime, a terrorist act. Russia has to bear responsibility for this threat to the nuclear power plant.
The International Atomic Energy Agency says the situation is extremely threatening, although no radioactive leak has been detected. The agency is demanding that the Russian military allow it to inspect the plant.
In Kyiv, we're joined by our correspondent, Matthias Belinga. Hello, Matthias. Russia and Ukraine are blaming each other for the shelling. What do we know?
What we know is that rockets have hit near this power plant, have hit these power lines there. The plant, as you said, has been under Russian occupation, and Russia has been stationing military equipment there and has been firing shells and possibly rockets from this site. Of course, this is something that's very worrisome to Ukraine because it's very difficult to attack these positions without endangering the safety of the whole country or provoking an accident there. Ukraine has attacked these positions with loitering munition. That's drones that are fly in the air that are conducted into military targets and that explode there, which they are more controllable than rockets, of course, which are also they can also be controlled and adjusted, but once they fly. So this strike with rockets is, of course, worrying. And the Ukrainian Energy Authority has said that these were Russian rockets fired as a provocation. Russia is denying this, saying these were Ukrainian rockets. It's not been we have not been able, or there has no independent confirmation for any of the versions so far.
As you said earlier, Matthias, this is definitely very worrying. We're talking about a dangerous nuclear plant. What's being done to make sure it's safe?
Well, the plant is under Russian occupation and control over the plant is in Russian hands, but Ukrainian workers are still working there. The problem is that the International Atomic Energy Authority does not have connection to the plant at the moment. They don't have access to the plant, so we do not really know what the conditions inside is. The Ukrainian authorities also have limited access to their workers there. So that is, of course, the biggest problem at the moment, that we do not know what's really happening inside the plant. It's still delivering energy into the Ukrainian power grid, but we do not know what's the situation on the ground.
Okay. DW correspondent Matthias Belenga, thank you.